What's up, guys? Rapid Chess on chess.com. And tonight I'm doing something a little different. I just joined a tournament. This is a 10-minute, 0-second increment rapid tournament. And I've hidden the ratings. Okay, so we don't know what the rating of our opponent or my opponent is. And let's just see how this is going to turn out. So this is an arena tournament. So you just play back-to-back games, as many as you can. And our opponent is not moving. And looks like they are about to auto resign in 30 seconds. So we'll see if they're going to make a move. Alejandro. Oh, and there you go. Game abandoned. I guess that counts as a win in an arena tournament. So off to a good start. We're tied for first place. And the ratings really could be anything. I think I'm the highest rated person at the moment. So feel free to guess what my opponent's rating is if you would like. Tie only. Let's play e4 this game. Sicilian. Let's go knight f3. D7. Okay. I am actually going to try to play a gambit here that I just saw. Let's see if we get a chance to do it. Queen takes d4 is the move. And if they attack our queen, we will get a chance potentially. This might be interesting. Let's see. What's going on, Alan? Hey, Matthew. Hey, Larly, Victor. Alec. What's going on? Hey, Steven. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Oh, he doesn't play the right move. No, I was expecting or hoping that he was going to attack the queen and we were going to swing it over to a4. Doesn't look like we're going to get the opportunity to do the gambit that I was looking to. Oh, auto resign. Why do I have to move so fast? Let's go bishop g5. Let's bring the bishop out here. So the gambit, if they play knight here, you go queen a4. I just saw it on Remote Chess Academy, but not today. Yeah, I don't think it works anymore because this extra move probably changes quite a few things. Actually, I say that. Yeah, no, it does. It does change some things, yeah. So we're going to have to change our strategy a little bit. So we're going to go bishop b5 to pin the knight so that it takes the pressure off of the queen. Yeah, Larry. So Breaking 1500, funny story about that. It's opening on October 14th. But I just found out earlier today that apparently the links on YouTube were actually taking you directly to the sales page. So some people, let's just say some people snuck in early, which is fine. If you joined early, you know, that's not a big deal. But everybody else now, we kind of fixed it, so you'll have to wait for October 14th. But there was a few people who got in early. The tournament is 2 hours long. So it's just back-to-back games for 2 hours. It was queen c7. Okay, so the knight is still pinned, so my queen is not in danger. So I think I will just develop another piece. And of course, I'm watching for that moment when the bishop comes here, when I probably will have to trade to relieve the tension on my queen. But right now, just developing as quickly as we can, and really we could castle both directions. Castling kingside is probably safer, but castling queenside, you immediately get the rook on the d file, which is nice. You just have to be careful because there's an open c file here. So it's a trade-off. Okay, there's the bishop move. So now I'm paying attention. I can see that my queen is in danger. So we will go ahead and just take that. There are probably other moves, but this is just a simple and easy thing to do. Take the knight, and the queen is now safe to stay on d4. Okay, let's just make sure. 2 attackers, 2 defenders. So we are good to go there. If I push by, I don't think I'm quite ready for that. I think I want some more pieces. So yeah, I think I will go ahead and castle this way. Go with the more aggressive option and get the pieces lined up on the d file here. All right, so far, I feel like our opponent is playing pretty well. Haven't really seen any big mistakes, so I don't have a guess on their rating just yet. But let's see when we get to the next couple of moves should probably be pretty telling. Like, good moves would be maybe e5, I think is a pretty good move. Maybe e6 probably can't get away with because you're just losing the pawn. But e5 does hit the queen, so I'm expecting e5. h6 might be okay. I don't really know what else black can play here because... I mean, I don't think they really want to castle there. Maybe that's an option. Rook C... Okay, that's probably a decent move. Rook C8, lining up here. Okay. Do I want to take this pawn? Usually the answer is no, especially when your king is here, because you open up a file that they can use to attack you, and you waste time. A lot of times it's not really worth it. So I don't think I'm going to bother with that. I think I'm going to look more to the center since the king is still in the center. So I'm really thinking now about the move e5. If they take me, I take them. We lose a rook. We get a fork. Getting pretty wild in that situation. The other option would be after I take, they just take back. In which case I could take. If they take me, I could go check. They could go bishop e7. Yeah, I'm not sure if we want to do that. Also, the fact that it just sort of opens up everything on my king, I don't really love that. So I think, what can I do instead? Maybe just bring another piece to the center. Let's just play rook e1. That seems like a nice solid move. Add support here. And now if I push and they take, I'll probably just take back because I have the rook that can recapture on e5. Okay, I didn't actually consider that, but let's see. They're trying to checkmate me, but I don't think it works because if I take and they take, I take with the queen and my queen actually defends. The other thing is I could just take with the rook and be happy that I get two pieces for a rook and a pawn, which is also a good trade. But this is even better. Just have to make sure there's no tricky moves that lure my queen away from this. But d5, I could just take it. f5, we just, yeah, nothing. I don't think it works. So let's go ahead and take. So I think they might be like 12 or 1300 because that was a clever tactic that they're trying to pull off. They just miscalculated it. So that seems like something like a 1200 rated player would do. So yeah, my guess right now is like 1250 maybe. Which actually is very instructive. Like, when you want to get to the next level, you start thinking about those advanced tactics, but you have to make sure that you don't mess up when you're calculating them, right? You have to make sure that you don't miss these little details. Otherwise, it just doesn't help you, right? You just lose a piece. So I like what they're doing, though. Yeah, what do you guys think? 1200 maybe? I'm thinking 1250, I guess. Okay. Takes. We don't have enough pieces. Takes. The queen takes. Not quite. I have to make sure I don't move my queen and get checkmated. That's the big thing. Let's see. I really want to take here because of the pin, but I can't. I don't really want to go backwards with the bishop. I could try to bring my knight around to f5. Yeah, if we get the knight to f5, that's pretty amazing. So maybe knight d4. Threatening here. There's g6. But something about g6, I don't know. Bishop f6, the rook move. Yeah, I think knight d4 has got to be a decent move. Let's go knight d4. But yeah, knight f5 is really where I want the knight to go because of the pressure here and here. In the meantime, also defends, which is nice. So it kind of frees up my queen if I need to move it. Andrew thinks 1350. You guys think a little bit higher? 1640, 1400, 1100. Okay, yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Because that was actually a pretty advanced tactic. I mean, planning all of that in advance. It could be higher. Yeah, it could be higher. Okay, so they do go for g6, which stops my idea. But it opens up this hole, right? Because this is pinned. So the reason this is super annoying for black is because, well, now I'm attacking your rook. You can't go there. You have to play rook g8. You can't castle. And you still can't really go here because of the threat on e7. So you're just kind of all jammed up, basically. So, still don't know where my knight's going to go. I have to figure out how to get this guy into the game. I might consider playing c3 just to take the pressure off here so I can move these pieces. I'm expecting definitely rook g8. Oh, interesting. Check. Okay. That seems reasonable. Let me go king b1, just get away from that. I guess technically they could castle, but it's not a good move because you're... Okay, well, they do castle, but you're just losing e7 now. So the question is, which way do I want to take it? If I take with this, what happens if I get pinned? That's my only concern. So maybe we just take with the queen so we don't have to worry about that. We do have the knight defending here, so we're good to go. Yeah, let's just take with the queen. So yeah, I still think this person's about 1250. They're seeing some stuff, but they're missing some little details in the position. So I'm going to go 1250. Hey, Shannon. Glad you could make it. Hey, Mark, what's going on? I'm doing well. Well, we've got him thinking. We've got him thinking. Of course, if they take, I could recapture with the rook, get the rook on the 7th rank. I could also just take here and win the pawn. I probably would actually do that instead. If they move somewhere else, what is my strategy going to be? Maybe just keep targeting pawns. If there was a way to take advantage of this, I would love to do that, but don't quite see it just yet. Okay, queen c4. So whenever a queen moves forward like this, you always have to make sure you identify like the new threats. So here, we've got that covered. Here, we've got that covered. Back rank, we've got it covered. This we've already kind of talked about. So everything looks good. It is defending here. Okay, I think we've considered everything, and I think I'm going to take this pawn, but this one opens up my king. I don't want to do that. Knight f5, I would love to play, but just get captured. If I had like a rook that could come over, that would just be game over. So actually, maybe I should play rook e3. Rook e3, the idea of going knight f5. Oh no, rook e3 is a... Yeah, okay, what about rook d3 instead? Rook d3. We want to go here after knight f5. Nope, but if we played knight f5, we're losing this. So, yeah, it doesn't quite work. All right, probably I'll just take the pawn then instead. Yeah, we'll just take the pawn. I was trying to make that knight f5 idea work with the rook coming over, but it just doesn't look like it's happening. So, pawn is good too. Someone said rook e4. Interesting. Yeah, I don't think rook e4. Oh, the idea is you want to go there and attack. Yeah, actually, rook e4 is interesting. I don't know that it... Because the problem is, I could never really play knight f5 because then the queen jumps down here, right? So that was my issue, really, when I thought about it. Bishop g7. Okay. Am I ahead material? Yes, I am. So does trading make sense? Usually it does. I will just trade it. Okay, we have a check. F6 would make weaknesses, so if the king goes back, I think that's a good check to throw in. Let's do it. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to take this moment to play c3 because I really want to be able to use my knight, and I can't do that right now. So let's go c3. Relieves the pressure here, and now we're free to move our knight wherever we want. Of course, we have to look out for moves like this, but I could, at a bare minimum, sack the queen for the 2 rooks, which looks very good. I'd have 3 pieces against the queen. That should be a pretty easy win. Or if I don't want to trade that, I could even just move the queen back somewhere. That would be fine too. Just trade that way. But I would probably just simplify the position. And the reason that the 3 pieces would be so good against the queen is because, yeah, we're going to actually get to see it. I'll just show you. So I'm going to basically set them up where everybody's defended. For example, if I go here, this is defended, this is defended. So the queen can never take a rook. This is defended, this is defended. Everything is defended. You see that? The queen can't really do anything. Only pawns that could be attacked are these, and I could very easily defend those, and there's just nothing that the queen can really do. Okay? So let's actually... think I will play a3 here to stop this. Now, he could play a5 and b4, but we're going to have some options with our rooks to put a stop to that. So, for example, rook here looks pretty good. I don't want to use this rook because I don't want the queen to come back and start taking all my pawns. So let's use this one. And I'm setting up a little trap. You guys should be able to see this relatively easily. Okay, black didn't see it. What's the trap? Well, it's a discovered attack. So all I have to do is move this guy with check. And there we go. We get the queen. So that's how I was indirectly stopping this move, because they just can't do it. They had to deal with the threat. But basically the plan was going to be probably try to trade and then just advance the pawn gradually with the help of the pieces and my king. It's a little tricky because you have to watch out for the queen jumping around, but really it's not that bad. But this is just easy. So yeah, I think they're about 1250. I think this is like a 1200. mid 1200. So let's see if I'm right. Yes, an exceptional check. All right, we'll take the queen. Let's see, 3-6. Oh, you know what? You know what I could try to do here, guys? Do I want to attempt this game? I don't usually do this, but 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I kind of have the perfect amount of pieces to do it. The Amon Hambleton checkmate. You guys know what I'm talking about. Wonder if we can do it. You have to avoid stalemate. I have to avoid stalemate, so I'm gonna let the king run. Yeah, we might be able to do the reset mate. Let's see if we can do it. I don't know if my opponent's gonna run out of time though first. Okay, we gotta take all the pieces. Let's put the king here. Let's get the bishops. Let's put those back. Okay. I want to move the king away from here. Okay, how do I do this? Let's do that. No, he's gonna run out of time. No, it's not gonna happen. He doesn't have enough time. All right, we'll have to try it a different game. Maybe a different game we can do it. Yeah, we're just gonna flag him, unfortunately. Okay, I tried. Maybe next time. 13-19. Okay, so we were pretty close. Good game to our opponent, by the way. They played good. I like how they were thinking. I like how they were coming up with the tactics. Once they get a little bit better at the details, they're gonna get to the next level very easily. So, yeah, we were trying to do the reset mate, but it just didn't happen. Okay. What do I want to play against this? Let's go with this. We'll do a Scandinavian, I guess. Let's go with the knight. Let's take the pawn. Okay. D4. I think I will attack that 2 times. White's going to have to defend. Okay. Let's attack it again. And Do I want to trade or not? If I go here, I'm worried about knight f3. I'm worried about knight f3. If I trade and take. There's also queen check. Keep the queens on the board. Yeah, what do we do here? Knight f3. I could go queen h5, bishop e2, bishop g4, bring the rook over. I'm a little bit behind in development, so that's a little bit risky. Let's go for an endgame. Let's play an endgame here. We'll just trade that and take the pawn. I think this is fine. Both of our bishops can come out dead equal, but... Okay, I think we can defend. I don't want to lose my pawn back here, so yeah, let's just defend with the bishop. Getting ready to castle. Also, this guy can come out somewhere. Let's see what we're going to need. Okay. So he deals with that. I don't want my king to get stuck, so let's just go ahead castle right away. We don't want to have any problems with the getting pinned by this rook, so we're just going to fix that straight away. Let's go back here. I usually like to position my bishops like this against knights, because if you notice, I'm controlling all the squares that the knight could move to. Right? And I get a little bit of bonus stuff over here. So, all right, very good. Let's pin it. And maybe we mess up the pawn structure here. We will see. Okay. The issue with white's position that I see from that move is that they allow me this check, and there's not an easy way to deal with it. See, the problem with that, do you guys see the problem with that? You should be able to see the problem with that. Actually, maybe it's not as big of a problem as I thought it was initially. I was going to say the problem is this move. But I guess they technically can just step to the side and the rook defends. Usually walking into a pin is a big problem. Actually, you know, because then now I'm going to be able to invade. Yeah, it's actually pretty bad. So the question is, what's the best way to take advantage of this situation? We have the rook, which can come down. We have a pin. I don't think we want to sack. That doesn't really make sense. C6, just to deal with the bishop, make it lead. Yeah, C6 looks very good. Of course, you want to make sure there's no tactics, but it's defended, so I'm fine. You can't go here. You have to go back here somewhere, but then you leave the support of the knight. So then we could take and mess up the pawn structure if we want. Or, I'm really interested in trying to invade on the second rank. Look at all those pawns that could be targets if we're able to do that, right? So, where's the bishop going to go to? If they go to c4, it temporarily stops us. Now we could chase it away again. Right, they just go all the way back. Okay. So the question is, do I go here? They could trade and I have to retreat with my bishop. Not the end of the world. Or do I mess up the pawn structure right now and then go there? Because if I go here and they trade, there's no longer a pin. The knight's free to move. Not that it really has a lot of places to go to. But just messing up the pawn structure seems... It seems good. I don't know if it's the best move because this bishop might be more powerful than that knight actually along this diagonal. So I could be making a mistake, but we'll just go with the simple and obvious pawn structure weakness. Okay, I think I'm going to let him take me and go ahead and invade on the second rank. Yeah, let's do that. Actually, let's see. Here, check. Moves. Yeah, this is actually going to be not as easy as I was initially thinking it was, because after the trade, white's rook is actually going to be threatening to invade as well. So this is going to be an interesting game, actually, because we have the opposite color bishops. Now, opposite color bishops means my bishop can never stop what this bishop's trying to do, and vice versa. So attacks can be very dangerous. Now, we don't have a lot of pieces left, but even a rook and a bishop can do some damage. He's going to go here for sure, and I'm going to go with the check. And the king is going to move. Now, the question is, what happens if I take here? Because I think he's going to invade. And what am I going to do about that? I could take here, defend here, but then I'm losing my queenside pawns. We might get a race, which is interesting. I think that's okay. And of course, very important, guys, very important that my bishop is controlling this square, right? Otherwise, we would be getting checkmated. All right, let's take this. So we defend here. We're going to lose some pawns on the other side. Yeah, we're going to get a race. This is actually not as great of a position as I was hoping. Of course, there's this checkmate. I think I'm going to go h5 to deal with that. h5 or g6? Yeah, let's go h5, I guess. So our king can escape. Now, it's a white square, so we do have to watch out for this. Could still be a back rank threat. I think most likely white's just going to grab this pawn and start trying to push theirs. Oh, they do go for the check. All right, we're just going to run, obviously. Yeah, this person seems... so far, I think they've played pretty well. Like, they might be like 1,500. But I'm curious how the endgame is going to play out here. Okay. I'm going to go f5. Because I want to start pushing these pawns anyway, and that just blocks it off. I am threatening to win a piece right now. So this is a big deal. This is a serious threat that they have to watch out for. Yeah, they might be like 1,500. I don't think they're any higher than that because I don't think someone higher would have gotten distracted by this plan. That's just doesn't really do much. So I'm going to say 1,500 or less. And I might change that guess after the next couple of moves. Let's see. Check. My king could still probably just run away. Let me go here. And it's a fork, okay? It's a fork. And once this pawn's out of the way, we have clear sailing for all the pawns. We're going to try to push them as fast as we can. We got lucky that white didn't take this, because otherwise they could have started pushing theirs right away, and that was going to be tricky. But now they can't really push, so I'm pretty happy with how this is turning out. I missed a check, could win the bishop. No, I was in check before. I had to get out of check. I couldn't go there. And if I go there now, they just move, and they can run away. Okay, trying to take my pawn. I'll just take theirs. And then I think we push. The question is which one. This one looks good, I think. Let's push this guy. Try to get a queen before white does. That's the plan. And you have to watch out for, like, crazy tricks. Like, for example, if they put their bishop here and somehow got their rook over here, that could be checkmate. You know, things like that are possible. Okay, they're going to start pushing. Let's go ahead. Push this guy again. So we're closer. So this is the advantage that we have. We are much closer. I think I'm going to plant my bishop right here. Because I like that it's attacking here. Maybe I can do something fancy on the second rank there. And let's see how they're going to try to stop this. Okay. Yeah, I think we just go check and then we push and we're going to win the bishop if I'm not mistaken. So we go check, push. And I actually could even try to sneak this pawn forward to block it off. Because if I do that, I just get a free queen. Like right now, if I get a queen, they just take. And I'm only getting a bishop, right? Okay, that's not going to do anything. I'll just move my king. No big deal. They're getting out of the way for this, probably. Okay, yeah, so we could either go there or we go here. I like this idea, actually. Ah, you know what? There's this check. G6. I would be fine. I would be fine. Let's go. We're going to try to interfere. This is an interference tactic, right? Interfere with the bishop's ability to stop this. Because they can't go here. We have a fork. You can't go there. I don't... How are they stopping this? Maybe rook f8? Then I could block it off. And I'm still threatening to go here. They need a bunch of moves still. They need 3 moves to get a queen. So... Yeah, I think white's in trouble here. I think they're like a 1500. I'm going to say they're like 1541. So they're committed. Even if it gets here, I could take it. So I'm not really concerned. Let's go ahead with the plan. Block off the bishop, and now we're just going to get the queen. We're just going to get the queen. Here, check. We do have the g6 move. Because what I don't want to do is like go here and let the rook swing behind and then the rook's stopping. I don't want to do that. But I don't have to. I'll just play g6. Yeah, and even if they were to like do something like this, sack the bishop. Okay, they're just going to sack it now. Fine, but I'm still going to get the queen. Okay, so yeah, we don't want to let this happen. Check. Queen, right? We don't want to deal with the queen. Do not want to deal with that. So we're going to sack the bishop here. And now we get the queen. Okay. There's checkmate. A good game to our opponent. 1541. Oh, 1331. Okay. So I think they played pretty well for their rating that game, honestly. Oh, wow. Somebody in this tournament was rated 700. Oh, I got to show you guys this. They're rated 700 and their account's already closed. They must have been cheating. They must have been cheating in this tournament. Look at that. You see that? I've never seen that before. That's hilarious. Wow. This guy is on a roll here. 21 points. Where am I at? I'm way down. Number 7. I'm on a streak, though. I'm not winning fast enough, though. That's the issue. Anyway, let's go. It's pretty funny. Duck, 3-1. Let me go with e4 again. And, okay, e5. Let's play like a gambit. Let's just kind of open it up here. Duck, 31. They have 0 points, so I don't know what that means. Maybe they just joined. Let's go with, we could do the Danish Gambit or the Goring Gambit. Oh, they played g6. That doesn't feel like a very good move. No, I was going to take that way. I don't want to do that. Doesn't feel like a great idea because the bishop had other ways to be developed. Why are you going to spend extra time to do that? I don't think that's a good plan. We'll see if we can take advantage of this. We will see. Let me go here. Pin the knight. Threatening knight d5. Knight d5 would be a very annoying move for black because we're attacking, but we're also going to jump in on f6. So if he lets me play knight d5, black might be in trouble. I guess if they castle, they could play f6. That could be the one move. But still, then you have problems along here. I might play bishop c4 first, then knight d5. Yeah, this is the plan. Duck, 31. That's a good move. It stops me from at least going there. Okay, so bishop c4. Do we have to worry about d5? Takes. No, because it's pinned. And if they really want to play f6, yeah, it just seems like it's too much. You just can't really create weaknesses like that and expect good things to happen. So I'm not really worried about f6. So bishop's on a good diagonal. Bishop's on a good diagonal. Knights are in the ideal position. Pawns are in the center. Now we need to get the king to safety, connect the rooks, and look for tactics. That's basically a recipe for success. Queen b3, maybe I'm thinking about. H4, h5 if I want to get crazy and attack the king after the castle. Queen e2, queen d2, queen c2. Usually these are good squares for the queen to go to get off the back rank and let your rooks get in touch. Okay, they do castle. So here's the pin. We're not worried about d5. Queen d2 I like because we get the battery here. Castles. The bishop might be wanting to come to g4. So I don't really know if I want to play h3 though. Let's say I play queen d2, bishop g4. What's the idea? Maybe I castle this way and then attack over there. It looks pretty good. Let's do that. Since it's an arena tournament, we do want to try to like win quickly if possible. So playing some trickier lines is a good strategy. Okay, let's go back here. Keep the bishop on this diagonal. And if they attack my knight, I'll just move it. Notice when you play queen d2, though, it's nice. You don't commit to castling one way or the other. So you can get a little more information like, okay, now they're launching pawns over here. Maybe I don't want to castle that way. Maybe I want to castle this way, you know? So let's see what they do next. Yeah, okay. So it's not really a big deal. I just go back. This, not really a big deal. But I do think it discourages me from castling that way. So I'll castle this way. Bishop g4 is probably what's going to happen. And I could consider bringing the bishop all the way back to d1 and then chasing this guy away. It's not actually as crazy as it looks. It's a temporary thing, right? It's a usually I don't want to put the bishop in between the rooks like that, but temporarily it deals with this problem, and I'm going to next move make that bishop leave. Because you can't go back here, you get trapped. You either have to trade and then my bishop comes off the back, or you have to leave, in which case I'm happy and I'll move my bishop at that point. Something like this. I didn't really need the bishop here. There's no threat for me there right now. So that's why I thought this made sense. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, I'm not worried about that. Let me go bishop h6. Notice the battery. If I can remove this guy, it's a good defender of the king. So we'll go ahead and do that. I could go back here if I need to, but there's d5. Takes. I would win a pawn. Takes. Yeah, I could win a pawn, so I could still consider bishop going back to b3 now that they opened it up. Yeah. I don't know. We'll just see. Probably what I'm going to do is react to what they do. I don't really have a clear plan right now. I want to react to... Okay, they do stop that. So yeah, we could trade that. d5 is usually a move that I would want to play. Takes, bishop has to, let's just say, leave. Then we grab here. Then we lose this pawn, but it's open here. That seems reasonable. d5. Do I trade here first so that my queen doesn't get lured away when I need it here? Yeah, that's probably smart. Let's trade that. We'll go d5. And what I'm trying to do is create weaknesses here. So this pawn is supporting this. So if these guys, for example, get traded, now you have a weakness over here. And even if I lose my d pawn at the end of that, you still have an isolated a pawn and you have an isolated d pawn that I could potentially attack with my rook. So that seems like a good move. Hey, Shane, what's going on, man? Haven't seen you here in a while. Yeah, good to see you. Okay, so he goes back. So, yeah, I think we just take and win a pawn, if I'm not mistaken. Take that guy, which was supporting this guy, and there you go. We got a free pawn. I think our opponent is maybe... Right now, I'm going to say, like, 1507. 1507 is my guess. Oh, you're going through the hurricane right now and you still have internet? Wow. I wonder how long that's going to last. Yeah, definitely stay safe. Ooh. Okay, that was a good move. That was a very good move that I did not see. I did not see that one. Uh-huh. So, oh, you know what? Hold on, hold on. It's not a big deal. Well, there's two things I'm thinking. Number one is I could take this pawn, sacrifice the rook, and I at least got 2 pawns and a bishop for a rook, which is a very decent trade. Or I might just play bishop e2, which blocks off the rook, protects the knight. But to be completely honest with you, I didn't see that move. I did not see that. So that was a good one. That was a good one. Yeah, I still think they're like a 1500 rated player, though. I'm feeling like 1500. 1500 vibes. While there's 839 players in this arena tournament, it still goes for another hour and 18 minutes. Okay, they trade. Let's take back. So we got the pawn, and we have a target right here. Okay, look at this. Look at this. And if we need to support my knight with a4, that's a great outpost because the pawns have been pushed forward. So this is the risk, right? When you push your pawns too far too fast. If they end up getting captured or weakened, then you have holes in the position that your opponent can use against you, right? Yes, we are hiding the opponent's rating, so we do not know what their rating is. Okay, so they do attack me. It's already defended, so I don't need to worry about that right now. I think I will go ahead and put a rook here. Now, why did I use this rook instead of this rook? Because I probably want this one to go in the C file. So that's why. Okay, they're defending that. We can jump in and try to go for a fork, but first, I think I want to get the other rook into good position, so let me do that. So now all my pieces are in pretty nice position. And now maybe we come here for the fork, or maybe we defend with a4 so that my queen is freed up. Yeah, I think I'm going to play a4 next because that knight's going to be really annoying for black to deal with once it's supported by the pawn. But knight d4 looks pretty good too. This is a nice big weakness, so yeah, I'm actually not sure. I'll see what black does, and then we'll choose one of these two moves, I think. Those are my ideas. Oh, about the rooks? Yeah. Yep, that's right. Now, you could argue that, you know, the rook on e1 would be decent as well because the pawn's there, but really it seems like it's more valuable on the c file. Look at this, right? There's all these squares as opposed to just defending a pawn. So, yeah. Duck 31. Duck 31 is not sure what to do. Yes, Tony, they have a high rating for a duck. I'm with you. I'm with you there. Duck with a hat is what it looks like. Friendly reminder for everybody, Breaking 1500 is opening on October 14th. And some people did sneak in early, which is fine. But for everybody else, it's opening on October 14th. We're playing against the Affleck Duck. Nice. I don't know if they are thinking or just decided to leave. Okay, wow. King h8. They did get away from the fork. So that's one thing, but I'll still play a4, support my knight. Now my queen is free. Probably going to go here next. Oh, 95. All right, if I take, it allows them to fix one of their weaknesses. It does lead to some trades, which is good. But generally speaking, I'm not going to allow them to fix a weakness. So I'll just move here instead. And I'm still eyeing this square because it's a fork if the knights move. I'm still eyeing here because look at that. Maybe we jump to c7. Maybe we get the queen somewhere. Okay, rook c8. So let's look for tactics. Whenever you have situations like this, there's a lot of times a tactic. So let's just think about this for a moment. If we trade in the queen takes, we could get another free pawn. Okay, but what about if the knight takes? Don't see a way immediately. We could chase this knight away, but then we do have to worry about some weaknesses here with the king. I don't necessarily know if I want to do that. Trading does give black temporarily control of the file. So I would rather let them take me, and then I can recapture. So with all that being said, maybe I will just jump in with my knight and try to plant a knight there or something. I think that looks good. We'll let them take us if they want. If not, that's okay. We've got all this control, and I'm going to probably jump into c7 here, which actually traps the rook now that I'm looking at it. The rook only has these 3 squares, so if we get their knight there, 1, 2, 3, we trap it. Okay, so yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, so they do trade, so we recapture, but now look at this. We are the one who has control. Oh, and looks like we're going to get a trapped rook, right? There we go. It's gone. So this is part of when you have a better position, you just control more of the board, and then your opponent gets in trouble with situations like this where their pieces just don't have squares. Okay, does that threaten anything? Not really. I mean, you can go there, but I'll just move, so should be able to safely take the rook. Okay, looks like the pawn is undefended. We could probably grab that. Yes, and we threaten this as well. Okay, they did see that. Yeah, our opponent might be 15, maybe even 1600, 16 or 1700 possibly. They're seeing some nice things. So they might be 1700. I don't know. Let's go invade with the rook here on the 7th rank. Very awkward for the king. If you go back, you're going to get forked. So you have to come up. And now you're probably just going to get checkmated. Let's see. Where is the checkmate? Check here. That would be checkmate. So then the pawn is going to push. Oh, we might have a very nice checkmate here. I think I see a really cool one. Didn't get a chance to do it. Oh, they were 1900? Wait, 2000? Oh. Okay. I didn't expect that. I wasn't expecting quite that high. Interesting. Okay. The checkmate, by the way, was if they go here, I was going to go check and then bring the rook over. Yeah, it's not quite checkmate. We have to use the queen. I was trying to do it with just the rook and the knight, but it just didn't quite happen. All right, here are the standings, guys. This person is on fire, 29 points. I'm sitting at 13. I need to win faster. Let me click next game. See if we can catch up. All right. Let's go with e4 again. Talks GHT the Great from the Philippines. Okay. That worked out pretty well. Let's play a gambit again. Can viewers join? Yeah, viewers can join. This is an open tournament on chess.com. I'll take this with the knight this time. You can also play bishop c4 and let him take another pawn, but I don't know. I'm just feeling like doing it this way this time. Okay, so they pin the knight, which is not a big deal. I think I'm going to just immediately get control of this diagonal. That's a dangerous square, and it opens up all kinds of tactics. Okay, they do take. Obviously, we recapture. The problem with what black just did is they just gave up the bishop pair, and they spent 2 moves with the same piece to do it. So they have to be really careful here, because This is super dangerous. I'm going to develop the knight. I think we need more pieces, so let's get the knight. Now the knight and the bishop are ready to go. Knight g5 is a threat. Queen b3 is a threat. Queen d5 is a threat. Knight c6, huh? I mean, I'm even wondering, can I sack right now and play like knight g5 or queen d5? That's probably too early. Probably a bit too early. Let's just start with the obvious. Knight g5. They do have knight h6, which I think... Yeah, knight h6 is probably a good move for them. So do I go bishop g5 just to pin it like that instead? Do I just castle to get the king out of the center? That's probably a good move. I don't think I'm ready to sacrifice just yet. Takes, check. The king moves. Yes, I can invade with my queen, but I think they would just be able to defend relatively easily. Yeah, let's go ahead and castle. I think we want our king to be out of the center before all the fireworks start happening. And I'm expecting something like knight f6. Yes, okay. So we could pin it with the bishop. Or if we go knight g5, they're just going to castle. Queen b3, there's always this knight e5 move. I don't think that's going to work. If we push e5 right now, what happens? If they take me, I take them, they take me, I jump in. No, I don't think that's good enough. Yeah, I'm probably just going to pin this guy. I don't really see anything better right now. So let's just pin the knight. And we'll try to make use of the open files. Maybe rook b1, maybe rook e1. Sometimes you just have to wait. If your opponent plays good moves, there's not always a tactic. So just keep developing, keep putting the pressure, and wait for the right moment. So, yeah, okay, that's what I was expecting, the castle. I think rook e1 makes sense because the pawn might need support anyway, so rook e1 seems very good. Rook b1 to proactively prevent the bishop from coming out also seems good. Because if I go there and then the bishop comes out, they're going to have time to deal with that. But if I go here now, this is not a threat. h6, I don't really think they're going to be throwing their pawns forward like that. So let me go rook b1. Let me go rook b1. And okay, now this is a threat, so I think we should go there. Let's just check. It does weaken this square. So nothing jumps out at me at the moment. Let's go rook e1. And now black has the question to answer of how do you deal with this? I mean, yes, oh, they're going to go for this. Interesting. Okay, I think I'm going to go back. If they really want to push this and win a pawn, I'm going to say go for it. I don't think it's worth weakening your king, but we'll deal with that if they play g5. Bishop g4. Okay, so they're going to give me the pawn right back. Interesting. They're just going to give it right back to me. Well, I don't see anything better, so I guess I'll just take it. There is knight a5, which is a fork. Knight a5. Oh, there's a wild line against knight a5, guys. It's takes here, which hits the queen. No, it's actually takes here first, check. Then takes here, which hits the queen. If the queen captures, which is what I would expect, queen to d5 check actually forks the pieces, and I win the knight back. King moves, I take it, but then there's going to be this and this. My rook's on b7, my queen's on a5, my rook's on e1. Black's queen's on f3, rook's here and here. His king's on g8 probably, or somewhere. No, the king's on f7, right, still? On f7. Oh, so there might be a rook. Wow, that is wild. I think it's... The other option is I just go rook b4, or let's see, then c5. I could just slide over. I do lose the bishop. It's interesting enough. I think I'm going to go for that. Yeah. And I wonder also 90. So 95. The problem is it's a fork, right? I don't want to lose a piece. So there's just the obvious rook b4, c5. We go here. I think that's safe enough. But I really like this other one. Takes, check. Win the knight. Oh yeah, the king would have been on f8 in that situation. You block. Oh, but there's also like rook takes c7 before I even take that. So that could be even more dangerous. Okay. Yeah, so knight. Okay, he doesn't do it. He plays g5 first. Now, the question is, no, I don't actually have the option because of the pin. I have to, I think, go back, right? Yeah, I think I have to go back. Means we're going to lose a pawn here, but there must be some kind of a tactic, right? There must be. Let's go back. The king's going to be weak. So now it's a question of, can we take advantage of the weak king? Can we take advantage of the weak king? It seems like our opponent's pretty strong. I didn't think their initial plan was that great, but now they're playing pretty good. So I'm not sure what that means. Is this like a 2000 rated player who just doesn't know very much opening theory, but they're good at tactics? Or we'll see what their next move is going to be. I think they're going to take this. That really looks like what they're trying to do. But I'm pretty sure there's going to be some tactics that pop up. I'm sorry, what? Was that a mouse slip? Did they just mouse slip that move? Had to be. It has to be, right? It has to be. I mean, I guess I gotta take it. What is that? What is that? That was weird. They were playing pretty well, and then I don't know what just happened. I have no idea what this person's rating is. I have no idea. I was gonna say above 2000. Now I'm like 1200, 1400, 1600, 800. I have no idea. I have no idea. The mouse slip. The mouse slip, right? Maybe they wanted to go here. Or somewhere else. I don't really know what they wanted to do with the bishop. The bishop was kind of in a good spot. I really thought they were going to take this, but no idea. Rice slip. It was rice slip. All right, they take here. I guess we take back with the queen. There is going to be that. Yeah, but I don't want to move my knight backwards, so we'll take with the queen. We do have to deal with the fork, but I think we'll just go with the rook b4 move there. Actually, let's hold on a second. Check. Check. King moves to g7. Yeah, don't see a follow-up. I don't see a follow-up. So, rook b4, c5, rook a4. Should be good, right? I mean, I can't believe that they wanted to sacrifice the bishop just to lure my queen away to play that move. That doesn't seem like it makes sense, right? Because this is just fine for me, I think. Unless I'm missing something here. Okay, recapture that, obviously. So we're up a piece. How do we win this position? Well, of course, trading gets me closer to the endgame. But there's also the weaknesses around the king. And so some sort of an attack is probably going to be successful, especially because I have an extra piece. Makes it even easier. So I'm looking for trading opportunities. Rook b4, maybe trade, something like that. I'm also looking for how do I attack over here. Don't see an easy way to do that. I mean, h4, they could just push. I don't really know what to do from there. So rook b4, this is kind of the only file that I don't have control of. May as well get it and offer the trade. And because I'm ahead, I'm happy to trade. And of course, if they don't want to trade, they can give me the file. Okay, let's trade. So obviously they have to take back. Queen here looks good. We have to watch out for the back rank mate. We could stop it with knight e1, but I don't really want my knight getting stuck on e1. A much better move is probably just to play h4, move my knight, and then my king can just tuck on h2 very safe. So let's go ahead and do that. Deal with the back rank problem so that my queen is free to go take stuff. Okay, so I'm expecting that they push. I'll move my knight, and I've created this nice little safe square for my king. Away from the queen. Notice that the pawn there was actually really good for me because black's knight wouldn't be able to jump there when my king is there. Okay, so they're not going to take it. Maybe they want to take here. That seems too slow, I think. I think I'm going to go ahead and capture this. And their king's going to get checkmated before they have time to play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 moves. I mean, 6 moves is a lot when your king is busted open and I have a bunch of pieces and a queen. So I'm not really concerned with this at all. Now, if their king was safe, you know, maybe it would be a different story, but because the king is exposed, no concern at all. All right, go ahead and take this. I'm thinking we go queen here next to really threaten all kinds of stuff. See what black's going to do. Okay, they do take the pawn. So the only thing I have to make sure about is if I go queen e7, check, king goes here, knight jumps in, check, king goes up, queen comes over, I take the knight. Okay, I'm fine. What if the queen takes here? Knight and queen, that's dangerous. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I guess I could play f3 to stop the knight and then tuck my king here. Might be worth just playing one extra move. Just to not worry about any shenanigans with the queen and the knight. Queen and the knight is actually a dangerous combination on your king. So I do want to be careful about that. So I think one move, just to make sure there's no problems, is worth it. And then we're going to invade and go for the king again. Ah, okay, so he stops queen e7. Maybe we go here to try to trade the knight. And then it's probably easier for my bishop to get at the king. Seems pretty reasonable, I think. Doesn't want to trade. Okay. Takes, check. King goes here. Queen comes up. I don't know if I want to sack. I don't think I want to sack for that. So let me find a different move. Maybe f6. Yeah, I like f6 because now the king is in big trouble, I think. I guess there's d5. But no, queen b2. Okay. So yeah, I guess doesn't this just lead to checkmate if I take? King is trapped. Yeah, that should do it, right? Oh, they could play knight takes f6, but still, there's got to be something really good here. Let's see if we can find it. Knight takes f6, controls this. We could go knight f5 and jump in with the queen that way. Yeah, knight f5. So knight takes f6, knight f5. Looks like it should do the trick. Of course, they would like to have 4 free moves, but we're not going to let that happen. We are going to keep attacking them. Queen. Okay, I did not see that move, actually. Ooh. Ooh. Did not see that one, guys. Whoa. Because now they can take it and I don't have the follow-up checkmate. Ooh. Okay, so they're obviously going to take with the pawn. Hmm. Okay, let's go here. We're still going to take this pawn. Yeah, now it's actually an interesting position if they don't get checkmated because they do have this guy. And if our attack sort of fails, we will have to stop that. Okay, let's take the pawn. So there's a threat here. There's a threat here. There's a threat here. If the king goes here, we pin the queen. If the king goes here, we... Okay, the knight... So if I go check... King has to move here. Maybe I should just trade and take the pawn. Although, do I get perpetual... Oh, there's a perpetual check. Are you kidding me? There was this perpetual check, guys. Man. Okay. I'm trying to keep the pin. Let me think about this. I gotta get my king away from the perpetual check. Maybe I run this way. Or this way? This way is probably safer. That's amazing. That's amazing. Oh, it's still a perpetual check? I literally thought I could... I thought I could block. I don't know why. I can't go there. It's a draw. Yeah, I'm having some weird vibes too. I'm having some weird vibes about this game. I'm going to check this one. I'm definitely going to check this one. $1,800, huh? 1,800 who blunders bishop f5. Wait a second. Wait a second. Okay, the opening, whatever. I mean, all these moves were reasonable. There were also this top stockfish moves. G5. Yeah. I have no idea what this was. Bishop takes f3. Maybe they tried to grab the knight and ended up moving it here. Let's see what happened after this. Okay. Engine move. Yes. Okay. King f8. Top engine move. Yeah, I don't know. It was weird. I mean, I should have still won. I definitely should have won, but just very, very funky. Yeah, d5 was the best move. Queen takes f6. That's an awful lot of engine moves, guys. That's all I'm going to say. It's an awful lot of engine moves. Very suspicious. Very suspicious. I don't know. I'm not going to report because I'm not sure, but let's just go to the next game. I do think something funky was going on there, though. Okay, let's go with e5 this game. Blunderfest. Okay, Scotch game. Okay, Scotch Gambit. So what you have to do against this is d5, which, if you haven't studied this, it looks like a crazy move, but basically if they take you, you get into a good position. Yeah, here we have to move our knight now. They're gonna take. We go. Okay, this person is a strong player because they know opening theory. Definitely above probably 2,000. I actually don't know if this is theory anymore. I don't think so. Let me go bishop c6 here. Actually, I'll just play c6. Keep the bishop over here. Let me just do c6. I wanted to support the pawn, and I might play c4 and put my bishop here. We'll see what white's going to do. Yeah, definitely this is a good player. I could tell by the opening. They knew the theory very quickly, so let's relocate the knight. Okay, actually, we can just go back now. I could defend it and just put the bishop there, or just trade and then get my development finished. Is g4 an issue? No, it seems too risky, right? Let's just trade and play. Actually, c4, bishop here, queen b6. That looks pretty good. I always feel someone's cheating if I don't win. No, it's not always when I lose. It's there's more going on in that game. Like, for example, the blunder was weird. Like, an 18 underrated player is probably not going to be blundering bishop f5 like that very often. Now, does it happen? Sure. But that was super weird. There was also another moment in the game. I don't know if you guys remember when he played the rook over and we ended up trading rooks at one point. The recapture was like, there was a delay. There was a delay of like a couple seconds. Why is there a delay? Like, those little things which I pick up on, that's why I suspect. It's not just because I lose. I mean, yeah, I lose games all the time and I don't report. There's like subtle things going on. Let's go here first, and then we're going to go queen b6, I think. So it's a double attack here and here. So if he goes bishop e3, okay, he does. We could take the pawn. The question is rook b1. Do I really want to allow that? Looks like I can get away with it. Is there any other move that I'm missing here? Rook f2, no. It doesn't look so dangerous because on rook b1, I'm going to get this pawn with some threats. And That's why I think this is okay. If you're only getting one pawn, and then they can play rook b1, and you have to waste a bunch of time, and they're able to like invade, it's usually not worth it. But in this case, because the follow-up threat, they're not going to have time to invade, and I'm going to be able to get castled, and if I need to move this guy somewhere. So I think that's why that's okay in this situation. Do I script out these games? I'm literally playing in a tournament on chess.com that's happening live. You can go see the tournament, and you can see that I'm playing against other people in the tournament. You can join the tournament if you want. How would I script that out? That's funny. I've heard people say that too, like other people. Cracks me up. It cracks me up. All right, so that's an interesting move. What is the problem with me just taking it? If we take this way, I could see the queen coming over, g6. I could see the queen coming in. That looks very unpleasant. But if we just take with the bishop, the knight can't really move because I'm going to take here. So I don't really see it. Okay. Well, here we go. Check, and then we just take it. So is his idea check here, here? Aha, that's what he wants to do. So what I will do is take it, and I won't play g6. I'll just go king e7. I mean, it's not the end of the world if I play g6 and just move my king, but then I lose my bishop, which I don't want to lose my bishop. So king e7. King d7 would allow the queen to invade. King d6. That looks a bit risky, so I think we just go king e7. He could still go queen here. We save the bishop, let's just say. Check. We go here, check. Ooh, that's actually, you know what? Maybe I should go king f8 instead. If I go king f8, queen goes here. Now we defend the pawn. We can go bishop c5. We defend the diagonal and the pawn. He could still grab e6. But what? King f8 here. Bishop c5 takes. I mean, I could go back with my queen to defend, which feels awkward, but maybe it's the best move. Yeah, maybe that's what I do. Rook b1, we just go like queen c7. Okay. I think that's the best move. Oh, wait a second. What about f5? Hold on, hold on. f5, we push. f6, we push. Can't go there. Yeah, I think that's okay. Interesting move. I don't think it's worth a piece, but definitely an interesting idea. I think I'm going to be okay, but got to be a little careful. Yeah, I think this person's like 2,000. I think they're like 2,000. Maybe 2,100. But no, probably like 2,000. Okay, he does go for f5. So obviously we can't take because we just get checkmated. It's over. So we have to push, only move. Don't even have to think about it. Okay, and again, obviously if we take, we're getting checkmated. There's no way. So again, you have to push. This is covered. This looks like we have rook e7. Actually, wow, this is This is actually much more dangerous than I thought I could just go here or here and be fine, but wait a second. Rook e8, you are going to go check. I'm going to move. You're going to go check. And I get mated. So bishop c5 maybe is the only move. Wow, bishop c, but then there's f7. Bishop c5, f7, my rook is trapped. Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? This is amazing. This is amazing. Okay, what if I go bishop h6? The idea is, do we have an answer now for f7? No, we don't. That's checkmate. Oh. Okay, maybe this person's actually like 2,700 and they saw all of this. That's the other option. Wow. Wow. I don't even see a move that I can play without getting mated. That's how bad it is. I mean, this is the obvious immediate one. So I could play queen b7. There's f7 though, which still wins the rook. I could play bishop f4. Queen. No, he doesn't even have to take. He just. Wow, that's amazing. I mean, I'm just mated. There's nothing to be done here. There is nothing to be done. Rook here, here, here. Check. King g7. Bishop c5, f7. Rook g8. Takes, takes. Check. I'm gonna play f7, and then I have to go rook g8. Takes, takes. Check. King goes here. At least I don't see a checkmate immediately. Check. King goes here. Check. King goes here. Yeah, okay, maybe this guy's actually better than I thought. I'm not sure if they got lucky or if they saw that all this. Seems like an awful lot to see in a 10-minute game. But sometimes people get lucky. I mean, I got lucky in that other game. Gotta stop the threats. I didn't see how else to save my bishop and the checkmate. Actually, maybe it wasn't checkmate. I don't know. I can't really do anything here. You think they calculated all this? I don't know. 2,300. Okay, so they were pretty good. Let's take a look. Let's take a look here. All right. I mean, I did get the vibe initially that they were good because of the opening, but then it just felt wrong. It just felt like they played too quickly to be able to have calculated all that. Let's see. So they spent 50 seconds, 54 seconds to play this move, which is not a good move. It's not a good move. Yeah, I didn't think it was. So I think they got lucky that something, or maybe I just blundered it. Let's see. Okay, it actually was a little better according to Stockfish to take with the pawn. Interesting. But this is still supposed to be better for black, so I must have blundered something. Oh, yeah, this was not a good move. This was not a good move. I didn't think it was. So what was... I missed it. Ah. That was my mistake. That was my blunder. I was winning. Yeah, I mean, it felt like a bad sacrifice. I guess I... You know, it's funny. I thought about this, and then I remember thinking, like, why would I put my king up on d6 if I can just go to f8 and be safer? And I underestimated this f5 move. I underestimated this. Wait, what? What? Stockfish says just take this? And go king e7? And run away? Oh. Okay, because you took the pawn, so your king actually has some places to run. Wow. Wow. Okay, I didn't see that. Wow. Man. Well, there you go. That was the win. Just go there. And run, 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 run. King f8 was actually still not the losing. Yeah, if white should have played queen e5, so... Yeah. No, it's just over. I missed this f7. This was like a good idea. I didn't see that. Wow. Well played by the opponent. See, this is a game, guys, where I don't feel like this person cheated at all. I mean, they're a good player. I do think they got a little lucky maybe with some of these lines here, but that happens. Very different feel than the other game, right? Like, you could just tell the time usage and stuff. Okay. I don't think we're winning this tournament. Only 32 minutes to go. Let's go with the Scandinavian this time. Let's bring out the knight. We'll recapture. Okay. D3. Interesting. Well, I guess we just develop the knight. Okay. I could pin it, but they're just going to go here. So I'll just wait a second and play e5 to let the other bishop out. I might still go there, but I want to see what they're going to do first. So c3. So because they did that, this is a weakness. So instead of going here, I think I'll change my mind and go here. You can see how by delaying bringing out the bishop actually gave me a little bit more information, which is helpful. And so, take that. Okay. So I would love to be able to castle here and to put the pressure. This bishop is a problem. So I'm going to play f6. Now, you have to be careful playing moves like this because it weakens these squares. But notice my bishop is sitting there. My queen is sitting there. Like, I have support. And I'm about to castle and get my king away from the weaknesses anyway. So, and it was with tempo. So because of all that, I would make the exception and play that move. And I now have a nice attack on d3. Okay, d4. Of course, we could take, just kind of open up the center, which seems very good. If we push by, the knight's just going to move. I don't really see anything. I'm going to definitely take. Because the most important thing about taking is that I open up the e-file and the king is there. Okay? Yes, we can calculate what happens here, but it looks like white has enough pieces defending, so I'm not really worried about that. I just want to get this guy. So I want to bring this bishop out, I think. Do I want to trade first? Because then if you go there, swing the rook over, or maybe we just go here first. Here. Yeah, I do want to trade. I want to clear the pieces out of the way. Now that's interesting. Okay, so here's the idea. If I take with the queen and the pawn takes, then I'm very happy with this position. So if the bishop takes, do I have a good move? Do I have a good move? Check. Not good enough. D5, the bishop just goes back. No, it's not good enough. So I think what I'm going to do is keep the queens on the board. Maybe swing my queen somewhere and put the pressure with the rook. Queen A5. There is queen takes A2, but then let's see, we take B6. Oh, bishop A6, king goes here. I think we could still trap the bishop. I think that's fine. So I think queen here looks pretty good. Yeah, I think let's do that. So we hit the queen. We're baiting them to take our pawn because we're going to trap their bishop. And if the queen moves, it gives me time to develop this guy somewhere. I'm still thinking where. And then I want to get this rook over. Hopefully all before white is able to castle the king to safety. So, it's a lot to ask. But I think we can do it. I think we can do it. Let's see where the queen's going to go first. Okay, queen f4. So, it's attacking my bishop, but that is defended. I'm thinking we just go with the tempo. Because the queen's going to have to move. Yes, let's do it. And now we can swing the rook over. Okay, queen c4. I don't think it's really threatening anything. So let me see. If I go rook here. I'm not worried about the king castling this way. That looks too dangerous, castling into a bishop like that. Let me just go ahead. So now we've kind of achieved what we wanted. We've got both rooks lined up. The king is still there. Now's the time to look for tactics. So even something like sacking here maybe is something we consider. Bishop e6. I'm not sure if I really want to even take that pawn. They go rook d1. Okay. Wow. Lots of moves we could play. What's the best one? I have no idea. Let's just start with bishop e6. What if I go bishop e6? Queen has to move somewhere. We might just get a free pawn. I don't know where the queen's gonna go. Let's see. You can't go there. You can't go there or there. So you could go to b5, or you could go way over here, or like back here. Okay. If you go to b5, I'll probably just take. Pretty happy with that. If you go anywhere else, I'll probably just take. So that seems like a pretty good option. But also bishop c2. It's the rook, which is probably going to move. Okay, and then what do I have to do with my bishop? I have to move it somewhere. I don't think that looks so great. I want to attack this guy, but well, I could play bishop c5. If they trade, I take this way. So bishop c5. Something about it just doesn't feel right to me. I don't know what it is. I think this just feels the best. It's kind of weird because I'm just taking a pawn off to the side, but oh, wait a second. Now, wait, that changes everything. Hold everything. What if we go here? Hit the queen. Actually, I could go to a more aggressive square. Like here. Queen can't take. I just take. Queen. No, again, your bishop's going to get trapped. So yeah, bishop e5 looks pretty good. Bishop c5? Takes, takes, takes. Do we have a crazy move? Check. Oh. Oh, that is... Ooh. That is beautiful. Oh my. Do you guys see that? Bishop c5. If the queen takes, we take, check with the double rooks. If you go bishop e3, that's checkmate. If you go here, that's checkmate. If you... That's the only thing you could do. Wow, bishop c5 I think is an amazing move. Because what I want to do is really just chip away at the pieces. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. That's beautiful. That is a nice checkmate. Bishop e2 saves? No, bishop e2, I would take it. And then the king moves, and then I would take this checkmate. Because the bishop would be defending. So there's no saving white from that position. If they take this, it's over. It is over. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. I did not see that. I totally forgot about the in-between move. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, that's actually really smart. Okay, I messed that up. Well, great. Now we have to figure out if we can somehow make a comeback here. Did not think about that. Gotta watch those in-between moves, guys. Wow. Well played by our opponent. Okay. Well, now I think we're in trouble. I think we're in trouble. I can get a pawn, but it's not really... See, I was supposed to be able to go check here and win the game with my two rooks. Oh my. Let me take the pawn. We're going to have to try to flag this person or something. All right. I didn't see that. I did not see that at all. Let me go here. Let's try to get my king to safety, maybe on b7. Rook d1, we have bishop b3. I thought this person was low rated, so I'm going to keep trying to win because I think we can probably come back, but I did totally blunder that. I totally blundered that. Okay, let me go here. Hit the pawn. Let me go g5 just to take away some space there. Trying to play quickly because I want to see if I can get them to make a mistake. That's my idea anyway. So far they're not doing it though. Let me pin that. Oh, the Zwischenzug tactic got me. Man. Okay. You go a5 so I don't have to worry about that. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's good. Okay, yeah, this actually is a good player. Just weird. They were playing some weird moves earlier, and they were playing so fast that, like, I don't know. Maybe it's their arena strategy. They just play quickly and don't worry about calculating. It just seemed weird. I think we had a good position earlier. I think we had a really good position. They are pretty good, though. That they can see that tactic so quickly, they're actually pretty good. Yeah, look at this. 2,000. Interesting. All right, let's go check. I'm just curious. I'm pretty sure we had a really nice position. But I could be wrong. See, this is weird. That's not really a good move. I don't understand that. This is also kind of weird. Like, they just gave me this weakness right away. Not really a good move. That's a wasted move. Not a good move. That's why I thought they were, like, lower rated. The opening was pretty bad. Yeah, we're totally winning. Totally winning. Best move was Queen E4. Queen E4. I wonder why. Because you want to pin the knight. You also pin the bishop at the same time, and you get ready to play bishop c5 right away. Okay. Didn't see that. Traded. Queen a5 was pretty good. Yeah, this was just a blunder. Whoa. 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 Best move was bishop a3. Wow. Actually makes a lot of sense, because if they take you, bam, the queen comes crashing through. And you're just, look at this position. Okay. So that was the best move. I missed that one. Bishop d6 was not really that great. Queen c4 was the best move. Wow. They played it so fast. Then they blundered again. Yeah, I just didn't see the win. I just missed this move. Yeah, this was the best move. Okay, so I was right on track. Bishop e5. I just forgot about the in-between move. Totally forgot. In my mind, this is what was happening. Sorry. This is what was happening. Checkmate. That's it. There was that one. And there was this one. I forgot. I just forgot. Now, what's interesting is Stockfish says if I would have caught it right here and traded and captured on a2, I'm not that far behind because the king is still in danger. Interesting. But because I traded the queens and blundered the piece, now it's literally just an equal position, except I'm down a bishop, which is bad. Yeah. All right. Well played by our opponent. This is called a Zwischenzug tactic, by the way. An in-between move like this. Man. Okay. We have 16 minutes in the tournament. We are in 63rd place. Wow, there's almost 1,700 people in this. Wow, that's amazing. Well, I guess I'll play one more. Okay, let's go with bishop c4 here. Okay, d5 is a good move. Yeah, d5 is a good move. I'll take it with the bishop. Wait, if I take with the queen, c6, check, takes, check. I think I can get away with that, right? Could also go bishop g5. I'm going to auto-resign. Really? I don't like that setting. That's really annoying. Is it in the first 5 moves you have to move within a certain number of seconds? That's really annoying because you get these critical positions and you have to move. Even for my opponent, that's super annoying, right? They had 15 seconds to figure out if this idea worked or not. That's so annoying. I don't like that. Well, we do need to defend the queen so that I don't have to worry about the pin now because they dealt with their problem. That was a very tricky position there. So, okay, let's develop, get the pieces out. Okay. That looks like, wait a second. Looks like a blunder. Yeah, because if you take me, I just recapture, not a big deal. And you're losing your rook. So there we go. Okay, let's go ahead, take the rook now that it's not trapped anymore. He's attacking this twice, but it's defended twice. Should be fine. Let me go ahead and develop the other piece. Castle either way now. Okay, bishop c5. I think we're just going to move our queen somewhere. Question is where? If I go all the way back to d2, we might lose the pawn. We don't really want to do that. So maybe I'll go to... Yeah, I'll go to c4 because it defends the pawn. It attacks the bishop. So for example, if the knight tries to move, we would simply be able to take the bishop. So that seems like the best place. And now I'm ready to castle and get my king out of the center before we have any problems with the rook. Okay. Any reason to not recapture this? I don't think so. Let's take it. And because the opening here, I think I will not castle this way, and I'll just castle queenside. Let's just check what happens if the knight jumps in. Should be fine. We can move. I mean, yes, there's a pawn, but I don't want a pawn. I want to get my king safe, so I think we just castle. Because I'm already ahead in material, I don't really need to worry about grabbing extra pawns. The most important thing is that we don't get into trouble. Okay, there's the knight. Now, we could take the pawn now because it attacks two things. Actually, yeah, because if this happens, we take this. We do lose the bishop, but then the rook. Or we just go back. So I really want to open up the C file. Yeah, it's probably fine. And it leads to some simplification, which is good when you're ahead. So I'll go for this line. They can take, I can take, they can take. And then rook g1 lines up here, threatens the knight. Okay, that's what we're going to see. Let's go ahead. Okay, I think we want to go rook g1. There's also e5 to try to make the knight move, but the knight could jump in. So if I go rook g1, knight takes here, I take. If the queen takes, I have this move. The knight would have to take. And then what? Ah, you know what? There's actually e5 here. Takes. Rook g1. I'm not sure which one's better. Maybe it is better to save the pawn, actually. Let's go e5. I'm not sure. I think both of these moves were pretty good. So we're threatening the knight. Yeah, so you have to go here to save the knight. I think I want to just trade some more, so let's go ahead. Okay, there's a fork, so we need to deal with that. Queen h4 would attack and defend. Rook g1, knight takes, queen f6 would threaten checkmate and the knight, so we actually have a little tactic. Let's do that. Let's go for the sneaky tactic and also get the rook to the open file. So if the knight takes, queen f6 should win a piece. I don't see how black's going to stop that. Okay, so they wisely avoid that. So maybe now we go back all the way. Puts pressure on the knight, defends the pawn. I don't think they can take here because they get forked. Okay, so there's that. I'm probably just going to go here and double up on the open file. Most likely. Unless I see an opportunity to just trade everything and win the endgame because of the pawns. But yeah, most likely we're going to go here and here. Okay, a5. I guess they want to push the pawn. Let's go rook g4. Hits the knight. And like I said, clears the way to probably go double up. You know what I could also do, actually? I could double up here. And then force a trade of everything. Actually, that's better than a trade. That's going to win the queen. Okay, so that's maybe what I actually want to do. Because here, black just goes g6. And that's a pretty tough pawn to break through. This way, I force the trades. The endgame is very easy and simple, and I'm happy. Now, I guess I should also just check very quickly this sacrifice. Check. Actually, wait a second. That actually looks better than I realized. Takes, check. If the king goes here, it's over. You have to go to f8. Check. You have to go here. Checkmate. Wow. Wow. I almost missed that. Almost missed it. So rook g1. Check. Checkmate. By the way, these mating patterns we talk about in Breaking 1500. There's like a tactics module where we go through, and one of them that's very important is this one where the queen is diagonal to the king. As long as there are pieces on the knight moves away, it's always checkmate. As long as they can't take your queen, of course, and it's defended, right? But it's always checkmate. So that was how I could see that quickly because this pattern, right? And then it's just bam, checkmate. Oh, they were 1900. Wow. Okay. All right, guys. So there's only 5 minutes left in the tournament, which means I will not have time to finish another game. Okay. So you can see. Can you see that actually? There you can see 5 minutes left. We're in 60th place. Wow. We're still behind the cheater. We're still behind the 700 rated cheater who hasn't been able to play for the past like hour. That's embarrassing. All right. Anyway, there I am with 16 points. Lost some more rating, by the way. And then this guy was crushing it all the whole tournament. Wow. 1200. Sheesh. Steven, you're only 20 points back? Nice. Nice. Yeah, I'm actually curious about that one guy. Let me go check my profile real quick here. I am curious about this one. Yeah, he had 90 accuracy. Let's see. Oh, yes. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Yep. Cheater confirmed. Confirmed. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see what I'm looking at. Let me, All right, look at this. This was the game he played against me, okay? Nelsie right there in the middle. Look at the ones before that. 96.8 accuracy in 64 moves. 97.6 in 20 moves. 98.3. I don't know why I lost this game, but then this one, 96.6. 1,800 rated players. I'm sorry, but they don't play, you know, 4 or 5, whatever games in a row with that accuracy. No way. Nope. I'm curious how they lost this one. Let's see how they lost. Let's see how they lost. Because there was clearly some rice happening. Let's see. Check the time usage too. Look at this. Takes you 4 seconds to play that. Takes you, what, 8 seconds to play that. Takes you 6 seconds to move your bishop back. Okay. Maybe that's reasonable. Then 1 second you play d4. I mean, look at this. What is happening here? Who does this? Oh, they got the move wrong. That's why they lost. The engine said move this night. They moved the wrong night. That's why they lost. They moved the wrong night. That's hilarious. Stockfish says you go this way. Yeah, I see why they lost. The old move the wrong night trick. Okay. Yeah, that's let's go look at the other game actually. Let's check this 96.8 one. I think I'm going to report after I see this game, but let me just confirm. Look at the time. Look at the time. Like 5 seconds every move. 10 seconds on that one, but 10 seconds, yeah. Look at that. Exactly 10 seconds every move. Yeah. The time almost tells you more than the moves themselves, guys. Bishop d4, best move. Bishop h7 check. Yeah, confirmed. Confirmed. We're going to report. All right. Tournament was not great. But it is what it is. Now I'm going to play some, hopefully, higher rated opponents. There's the tournament standings. I'll be right back, guys. I'm just going to refill my water. All right. Here we go. All right, and I assume this person's going to be higher rated, although I still don't have the ratings turned on, so we don't know exactly what they are. Okay, let's go with the Portuguese Gambit. They do play F3, which we lose a tempo, but they create weaknesses. So that's what we're going to try to take advantage of. E6. This is like a theoretical move. Which one is it? I think it's knight c6. I always get it backwards. And I don't know why it's so hard for me to remember. Some lines it's bishop b4, some lines it's knight c6. I really don't remember. I'm going to go with knight c6 this game. They both have different ideas and I can't remember. You just bought the fundamental chess openings. Hey, awesome, Matt. Very good. Yeah, that's a good book. Especially just to kind of get like the main ideas of a lot of different openings without it feeling overwhelming. It's a great choice. So the reason we do this, if you're wondering, is because we want to use the e8 square for a piece, either a rook or a queen or something, probably a rook, and attack the king. So yeah, that's the idea. And we actually have a lot more development than white does, so. Okay, they do take care of those things. But they're gonna just let me take this for free? No, this cannot be good. This cannot be good for our opponent. The reason is there's a big threat here now. Now I have the c5 square for my bishop. Bishop d3 was your idea? So there's almost a tactic here. If I take, the knight comes out. Yes, we can take here, but I don't know if that's as good as I want it to be. There's also bishop c5. And then the rook can come to the party. That's got to be more powerful. That has to be. We're going to go with bishop c5. And if they take me, I think we just take. Yeah, we're going to be happy with that. Let's go bishop c5. Because even if the queens get traded, I'm still going to have two rooks. I don't even have to take it. I could play rook e8 check first. But I may as well just take it. Why not? Even if this happens, guys, there's no way in the world that king is going to survive from all these pieces. There's no way in the world. Two rooks, two knights, and a bishop. It's just not going to happen. I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen. No, we're going to see. We're going to see a checkmate without the queen. I'm calling it. I'm calling it right now. If this game doesn't end in checkmate, I will get down and do 50 push-ups. If this game doesn't end in black checkmating white, I should say. All right. Yeah, actually, this looks like it's probably just going to be winning right away. Let's see. Is this the best way to do it? Check 92. We just go knight d4 and we win because we're threatening that and that. Yeah, there it is. It's that simple. You can't go here. There's checkmate. You have to play 92. And then white's probably going to resign after this. Knight d4. Knight c3. Get a fork. I mean, it's just too many pieces, right? It's just too many pieces. There's no way white could survive this. I don't know what our opponent's rating is. I want to say like 1900. I don't think they navigated this very well, so I'm going to say 1900. No, I'm not doing 50 push-ups because we're going to win. That was only if I didn't win, but it's not gonna be a loss. So I actually already worked out, so I don't really want to do 50 more push-ups. Better not mouse slip. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I said I had to end in checkmate. Oh, I did say that, didn't I? So if they resign, do I have to do the push-ups? Is that how that works? Ah, that's that's different because I could definitely see my opponent resigning very soon. I could definitely see them resigning very soon. Okay, they go king over there. Like how do they not resign right now? Maybe if I play super fast. Oh, yes. No push-ups tonight, my friends. No push-ups tonight. Got the sneaky checkmate. Got the sneaky checkmate. Okay, 2000. All right, yeah, I thought a little bit lower, but okay. Let's check the game review. All right, 93. I guess people in those tournaments really take the game seriously or something. They just seem to play so much better. All right, I do have to see, did I blunder or did I play the correct move? Yes. It is knight c6. It is knight c6. So I got it right. Yeah, and the taking there is actually just bad. It looks like it weakens the king, but really this is so dangerous that you don't even want to do that. The best move is just starting to develop the pieces. You have to get a piece out somewhere. Yep. All right, next game. We're getting some points back. We're getting some points back. All right. Wow, what a username that is. DKYXKYSJTAJTZK. What am I going to play against this? What am I going to play against this? Let's just keep it simple. Let's get a pawn in the center. Let's just get a pawn in the center. Okay. Let's just defend it. Get a pawn in the center and defend my pawn in the center. Okay, I'll recapture. No problem. No problem at all. Let's develop a piece. Fight for the center. I think I'm going to go c6, bishop d6. Maybe I'll just go bishop d6 right away. Castle, and this is kind of like, it's kind of like a collie, except for black. Let's get the king out of the center. Yeah, it's like it's actually exactly like a collie for black. If I go here, c6, I will bring my knight, bring it into here. Maybe the bishop can come out somewhere. The rook is going to go to the open file. Bishop c3, interesting. Okay, well, we're going to start with rook e8, line up here. Of course, we're not worried about this because we'll recapture. And I think I want to bring my knight. The only question is, do I want the... Whoa, now that's a weird move. b4. Okay. That's a very strange move. I mean, I can attack it. They're just going to defend. I don't really know what's happening. Usually, I want to bring my knight to the center. I think I'll still do that. Yeah, let's go knight here. The bishop and the colleague just comes out later. That's kind of what we're playing here. We're going to jump our knight in. Of course, we have enough pieces. We can just do a big trade if that's what white wants to do. Okay, here we go. And usually they've already castled. I think they're still going to castle, but maybe not. Oh, there we go. All right. I can't go there. I don't think that makes sense. Rook here just seems like my rook's going to get misplaced. So maybe I go bishop f5. Because eventually you have to get the bishop out, and we want the other rook to come over here to the open file. So I guess we do that. Figure out where my queen is going to go. H3. Okay, well now I'm going to go to D7 because I might sacrifice here. I'm actually set up for a sacrifice. Takes, takes, takes. And guess what? The rook comes over for checkmate. Yeah, almost. Let's see. Takes, takes, takes. Now there's knight F3, but on knight F3, guess what? Guess what? Rook H5. And you're getting checkmated on H1. So takes. What about knight F3 right away? I'm still going to probably bring that over. Yeah, we got to do it. We got to do it. The king is too weak. We have to do it. Our rook's already in position to come over and support. We have to do it. Oh, they don't even take. I mean, I might just take it again. And my idea is if the king takes, I go check with the rook. You can't block or you lose a piece. If you go here, that's checkmate immediately. If you go here, that's checkmate. If you go here, knight G4. It's got to be good. It's got to lead to some checkmate. We're going with the instinct here. The instinct tells me bust open the king, then checkmate with these pieces. Okay. White is not wanting to take the bishop, but now I'm just going to trade it, and I got a free piece. So I won 2 pawns for free, and your king is open, so that can't be good. This person can't be over 2,000, I don't think. Can they? Can they be over 2,000? I don't think so. What do you guys think? Let's see. Rook G5, Rook F5. Do I want to get this rook into the game now? We've got the extra pawns, so really no pressure here. Check. I want the other rook to be involved. Let's go ahead. Let's get this one. All right, so the knight maybe wants to jump in somewhere. Not a big deal. We have 2 rooks that we can use. We could actually go 1, 2, bring this one up. We could bring the knight in. Okay, I think I want to start with a check. I'm assuming the king's going to go to F1. And then knight G4 looks very good because we now have knight H2 ideas. Yeah, well, actually, we have knight H2 ideas. We also have rook F5 ideas and hitting here. We have all kinds of ideas. If the king tries to run, rook F5, we're sneaking in. Queen F4. So he wants to get away from the fork. Fine. But you don't solve this problem. You guys see it? You guys see what happens after this? What if the queen takes? What happens if the queen takes? Boom. There's a check. So there we go. If I don't win this game, I'll do 100 push-ups. 100 push-ups. On the line. Okay, fell for it. Fell for the trick. Okay. So how do we finish off this game? I'm going to go check. I'm hoping the king moves here. I'm playing a little bit of hope chess because I can grab this. But if it doesn't, then it's easier for me to attack it with my rook. Let's bring this guy up and over. White is in big trouble. White's in big trouble. They have a rook and a knight for the queen. Oh no! I got forked. Let's go with a check. And then I will pin the knight after the king moves here. Unfortunately for our opponent, that was not an exceptional fork. It was not an exceptional fork. All right, pin it. Now they have no way to defend it, so we're going to win the piece. Could you win the next game with pawns only? No, probably not. Probably not at this level. If I was playing against Martin, then I could, but... Okay, interesting that they are going to keep playing. What I'm going to do now is move my rook over so that I can come down here. Now this could this could be a game where we could do the reset mate if they don't resign. This could be a game where we do it. Wonder if I should try that. Let's see how it goes. We'll see. They might resign in a few moves. I'm not sure. Yeah, the reset mate is, well, you might see. You might see. Something that Amon Hamilton created. I need to trade the pieces off to do it, though, because we want to get rid of these rooks. And then, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I have enough pawns. I have enough pawns. Even if I have to sack these pieces, we could still do it. And our opponent has plenty of time, so I don't think they'll flag. Oh, never mind. Okay, well. I'm surprised. I am very surprised by that rating. I was not expecting that at all. Maybe they just don't defend often or something. So 85. We had the 2 brilliant moves, which I assume were the bishop sacrifices. Yep, back to back. Brilliant, brilliant. So, okay, if they would have taken it earlier, I think it's still losing. Yeah, it is. It is totally losing. You can't really stop this. If you go F4, I'm just gonna take everything. The knight's probably coming in. The other rook's coming in. It's just not good. All right, we're getting some points back, guys. We're getting some points back. The big question is, can we cross 2,300? Okay, let's play. Should we play a collie or should we play? No, I want to try to do one thing. Let me see if we can get a Sicilian here. Oh, perfect. Okay, D6. We need to see D6. Very good. Okay, we need to see Knight C6. Very good, very good. And we need to see Bishop D7. Come on. Come on. Oh, yes. Yes, I just watched the video on this. Here's the move, guys. Here's the move. Queen B5. Queen B5. This was a remote Chess Academy video. Let's see if we can pull off some tricks. It's like such a this is breaking like all the principles. Why would you do this, right? Well, you're going to see. Or maybe, I hope you're going to see. I hope you're going to see why we would do this. You've got him thinking. Now, I don't know what the rating is. I kind of wish I knew what the rating was, but we'll figure it out later. The point is, it looks like we're just attacking this pawn, right? But really, it's more than that, okay? There's like some weird traps. Some weird traps. We're kind of baiting them to like move their knight somewhere. And you're going to see that in just a second, maybe. Oh! He fell for it. He fell for the trap. He fell for the trap. This is the trap. Do you guys see it? Do you guys see it? What am I going to play? Knight takes d4. And if you take my queen, guess what? Boom. Wow. This, I don't even think this has a name. Apparently there was some random like 1600 rated player who played it and it turns out to be a really tricky line. Wow. He fell for it. E5. Oh. Okay. So what he wants me to do is move my queen. And then he wants to get a piece back. But look at this. Look at this. Look at this. What I'm going to do instead. Oh, this is nasty. Knight f5. Look at this. Because if he takes me, guess what? You're still getting checked. You can't escape. You still have to sacrifice your queen back. That's amazing. Now, the only question is what happens on g6. Actually, g6 might be a problem. Yeah, maybe g6 is a move. Let me think about this, guys. Hold on, hold on. Is there a way? I mean, if I sack it and the queen take bishop to b5, he takes. No, he's getting two pieces in that situation. We can't do that. e5. I mean, I guess I could just take this, honestly. Let him take my knight and then do something else. Knight f5, g6. I could sack. Takes, go like queen d5. Hits the bishop. Gets a little bit interesting there, and then we just develop pieces. He's got this weird g6 move. Is that better, or is it better to make him mess up his pawn structure this way? Unfortunately, I don't think I have any crazy moves here. Let me try knight f5. Let me try knight f5. Pretty sure he's going to play g6, and then I guess we do have to give back the knight. But I might just sack it here. Yeah, g6. Okay. So let's see. If I take, they take. I take. If they take, they're in trouble because bishop b5. You wouldn't be able to take that right away, but you could just keep developing. And I'm going to develop too. If you play rook b8, I'm just going to take everything, I guess. That's one way to play. The other way to play would be what? Like I said, sack here. Bishop takes, queen d5. How do you defend your bishop? Bishop c6. Bishop b5. Takes, check, queen d7. Nah, I don't think that's good enough. I think what I should do is just take and take. I think this is a time when we can maybe be greedy and take some pawns. Could be wrong. I think we're going to do it. I think I'm going to do it. Oh, you know what? No, I don't want to do that. I was going to say, actually, maybe knight c3 is not crazy, because if I get the knight in there, that's a big deal. That might even be better than just taking this. Just knight out. Get the knight in right away. What's the pawn situation? 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm up a pawn, so I don't really need to hurry to do that. Let me go knight c3. I think knight c3 is a good move. Okay, so he takes, and I think I want to just jump in. Let's think about this. Let's think about this. Knight d5. The major threat is knight c7. How do you deal with that? You have to play rook c8. Rook c8, bishop b5. If you take me, I take you. If you go here... No, okay. Let's see. There's got to be something. I guess I'd take this and try to play bishop g5. Maybe that's the way. Yeah, because then we get some pressure here too. Bishop g5, castles. I don't know. This wasn't in Igor's video. Yeah, no, it wasn't, Andrew. Nope. We'll have to check with the engine. I'm curious if I had a more powerful... I think my position is definitely really good after they fell for the initial trap. Even though we didn't win a piece, this is not pleasant for black. I mean, they're down some pawns. Their development is kind of messed up. They've weakened the king side where their king would normally want to go. So I've got to be pretty happy with the opening. Wow. F5. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay, let's start with the obvious. Bishop g5. You can't block. You can't block. You can't block because knight here. You have to move queen a5. But then I can go b4. Let's say you move somewhere. What's my threat? Check. Bishop comes in. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, I could actually go here first. And then, oh my, that's got to be good. That's got to be good. Let's go bishop g5. I've seen enough. I have seen enough here. I have 3 minutes. I do need to pick up the pace a little bit. Okay, so queen a5, we got b4. Pretty happy with that. Also, his rook would be hanging. Just noticed that. It's even worse. So you can't... I think black just loses, actually. Oh, wait. Maybe there's queen c8. Maybe you can play queen c8. Or queen b8. I don't know. Queen d5 or... This move looks decent. Check. King moves. Okay, well, that doesn't seem very good. b4. Because how do you deal with this, right? You have two problems. You have two major problems, and you only have one move. Not to mention all the other stuff that's going on here, too. But let's just talk about this first. I think this person's 1900. I can't see it being higher than that. Okay. Does bishop b5 win the game? Let's see. Bishop b5 takes. I win the queen. If I take here, he's going to take here. It's not really a big deal. I could just play c3. But bishop b5 seems better. There's also queen c6. Followed by like bishop c4. But no, bishop b5 just wins the queen. That's got to be just the easiest. Easiest and simplest thing. 2150. 2150. Wow. I'm just surprised that they didn't see the initial trap. I'm really surprised by that. Okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look at this. So I thought, hey, thanks for the gifted membership. I thought right here they would like really slow down and get a little bit suspicious and think about this a little bit more, because yeah, I mean, you can't take me back. You can't take me back because of this. That's not that hard to see. So I thought they would have noticed that. Now, it looks like the best move actually was taking, although knight f5 was on the list. So knight f5 is not out of the question. But yeah, Stockfish just says take this and then plant your queen on d5. What's the point? Wait, why are we going to d5? Oh, it just wants to take the pawn. It just wants to take the pawn. And then Stockfish says, thank you very much. I'm up 3, 6, 7. I'm up 2 pawns. And you just develop your pieces. And you're happy. The rook moves somewhere. You castle. Thank you very much. 2 pawns. Okay. Interesting. Back to the game. Queen takes. Knight c3 was the best move. Bishop c4 was the best move. Okay, well, shout out to Igor over at Remote Chess Academy. Very nice win there. I like that. Should we try it again? Should we try it again? Let's see. Sicilian? No. No. Okay. Oh, somebody said to play the Alien Gambit against this, but I don't know what the Alien Gambit is. I can't play it if I don't know what it is. So, unfortunately, I gotta go with my other one. I mean, not unfortunately, I like this one. I'll have to look that up sometime. Alien Gambit. I don't know what it is. Maybe somebody can tell me after the after this game. How would one play the Alien Gambit against the Caro-Kann? Does anybody know? You put a knight on g5 to sack on f7. Hey, thanks for the memberships. What to do? You put a knight on g5 to sack on f7. So how does the knight get to g5? e4, d4. Do I just go knight f3, let him take and play knight g5 right away? And then take it? Is that the idea? 97. Okay, I'm going to play f3. I don't know what's going on with that move. We're going to take back here. Well, this is my version of the Alien Gambit. We sack a bishop instead of the knight. How does that sound? I mean, at least I've got knight f3, castles, rook. I have queen h5. I have e5. I see a lot of problems for black to figure out. So, I'm happy with this. They just spent 2 moves putting their knight over on b6. So, I'm gonna go for this. This is the Chess Vibes version of the Alien Gambit. How does that sound? Wait a minute. Queen h5 check. What is your plan against g6? Takes? You're just going to play like bishop g7 or knight f6. I see. Okay, so what if I go knight f3 first? Oh, yeah. We're going knight f3. We want a castle. Get the rook lined up here. Oh, knight c3, knight takes. Oh, I got you. Okay, knight c3, you recapture, then you'd go over and take it. I see. Thank you. Okay. So, he goes for this. Now, I believe I'm going to castle. And if you take my knight, I'm going to go with the Oh, you can't take my knight. You can't take my knight. So definitely think I want to castle. Now, the only reason I won't castle is if the immediate check is better. The immediate check, like for example, if you go here, then I have queen h5, g6, we take it. Knight f6, we drop back. That's interesting. There's going to be rook g8. Wow, I don't know what's happening there. Okay, because if I castle and the knight comes out, then when I check, the king actually tucks away on g8, and it's a bit safer. So maybe I do need to use this opportunity. All right, let's try it. Let's try to calculate. King here, check, g6, takes. The only move is knight f6. I've seen this idea before. I've seen it in the Latvian Gambit that I used to play. So I think normally you would go queen h4, but there's also a check. Bishop e7. Oh, yeah, the check, actually. The check is powerful. Okay, we're going to do it. We're going to do it because black has a problem now. You really can't afford to put your king on one of these squares, I don't think. So you kind of want to go back there, but then you walk into this. So you... I mean, can they actually play this and and live? Can they actually do that? There's no way. There's no way, right? Is there a way? I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Can't believe that there's any way you could play that move. So maybe they go king e7. Maybe you could play king e7. And you try to just bring your knight and your bishop out and something like that. Okay, so king e7. I could castle. The knight's going to come to f6. Queen h5, knight f6. Check with the knight on g6. That's interesting. Maybe I will castle on king e7 just so that I have the option to sack my rook for the knight. Oh. Have to do that. It's got to be the move. Has to be. g6, we take it. We're just busting open this king. Yeah, we're just busting it open. Let's go. What to do? Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Will do. Thanks a lot. I don't actually know how to say your name without going, what to do? It just happens every time. I try to like say it fast and I'm, what to do? Yes, Jonathan, I know how to play the Halloween Gambit. Yes. Ooh, okay, he takes. Now, this is interesting because we actually have two good options here. We take a rook or we take here with check. Now, if the king moves to e7, the game is over. Bishop g5 wins the queen. So the king would have to go to d7. Now, how do we win from there? Bishop g5, bishop e7. I want a castle, but then this is a problem. Bishop f4. Still want a castle. That looks pretty good. King d7. There's also queen f5 check. If the king moves here, bishop f4, bishop d6, that's not so good for me. So takes king d7. I guess we have to play bishop f4. You can't take me. It stops the king from running. We're going to castle next move. What's the material situation? We're down two pieces. If I take the rook, I don't think black can really get away with that. Maybe you can, but then I could take... Wow, this is so wild. I think I would rather... This is not easy to decide what to do. Bishop f4. What is black going to play? Something like 97 or maybe queen f6. Yeah, I don't know if that's actually good enough. I don't know if that's actually good enough. Because I don't have like an immediate threat there. You know what I mean? This way, we do have some threats. I wish I had a better move. I wish I had a good follow-up move right in that position. I just don't see one. Bishop g5, bishop e7, right? Oh, maybe queen g7. This is really tough. This is why chess is difficult, because these moments right here, there's just so many options. I'm having a hard time like figuring out what black would play. How bad do I want the rook? Man, I do not know, guys. I do not know what the best move is. My instinct is telling me to take the pawn. Like, if I was playing a Bliss game, I would have taken this pawn in a second. But my calculating part is telling me to take the rook. So I'm going to go with my instinct, because my instincts are usually better than my calculation. But could be way off here. He's got to go king d7. Only move. Okay. And I think I'm going to go bishop f4. G5 is reasonable. No, but I think we need to keep the king from going here. I'm going to do that, and I really want to castle as quickly as I can and checkmate the king. Queen f6 is a decent move, I guess. I wonder if I could... I mean, is it totally crazy to take that and play castles? Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I can't do that. What am I saying? I can't do that. Okay. If I go check... The issue is when the king moves, my queen is under attack. We do not want. I think I'm going to go all the way back. Yes, I understand I might lose another piece, but then the rooks are involved, and the rooks are very powerful. So I think we'll be okay. So, oh, there's queen h4. Oh, no. Queen h4 forces a queen trade, unfortunately. Now, I would still get to castle and get the rook in between move. Hey, Ronaldo. Good to see you from Australia. Okay, I think this is not actually terrible, but we do have a threat. I don't know, maybe I should have taken the rook. I'm not sure. It'll be really interesting to see what the fish has to say about this. Because if they take here, I castle. Oh, knight c4. Okay, didn't expect that move. It does stop this. But if I castle, are they going to sack the queen and go bishop h6? Is that their idea? Then we have check. King moves somewhere. Takes. We would get the piece back. We have a bunch of pawns. I think that's reasonable. The other thing that I could do now, which I wasn't planning on doing, but actually castling kingside. There we'd have 3 pawns, but maybe just castling kingside actually is even more interesting. Maybe it is. Because I think they really want to sack and pin me. I think that's what they really want to do. You go bishop d6 without even thinking? Oh, what about e5? Takes, takes, takes. I got to move faster, so let's go. Let's go. We're going to open up the e4 square. It's going to get wild here, but I kind of like my chances. I kind of like my chances. Let's see. Check. If we take... I guess the queen's going to take. Queen g7, I think, is the only move. You know what? I could also go knight g5 to keep the queens on the board. Knight g5. Knight c5. The idea is if the king goes here, we pin it. If the king goes here... Ooh, we take the queen. Oh, the king can't go there. The king would have to go to d8. Okay, but if the king goes to d8, we take. If the queen takes, the rook comes down. You can't go here because of this. You have to go to c7. Rook's there, queen's there, knight's there. What's the move? What's the move? Oh my goodness. I have to go for it because of the time and hope that it works out. There's just... King d8, I think, is the only move. Oh, they fell for it. They fell for it. Yes. Yes. Look at that pin. Got him. Got him. Whew. All right. All right. Let me go with the check. Lure the king out some more before I take all their pieces. Oh my. What a nice game. What a nice game. Guess I'll just take it like this. Let me grab the rook. Okay. I think I'll just take this. Okay, let me go pin that. Take it. Take it. We'll take it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I could do a reset mate, actually. I could actually do a reset mate here. Let's try. Let's see what we can do. Oh no! I'm not fast enough. No! No! Oh my, I'm just gonna... I knew that was gonna happen. I knew that was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna happen because I didn't have enough time. It's okay. I knew that was a risk. It was a risk I was willing to accept. We almost got there. Man. Okay, it was still a nice game. I don't regret that decision at all. I really don't. All right. That reset mate is harder than you realize, especially with the time situation. Okay, let's just go back for a moment and see. Okay, minus 1.5 for black, so not the end of the world. Very good. Queen h5 takes. What was the best move? You guys know what the best move was? Queen takes g6. It was queen takes g6. Remember what I said? I said my instincts are usually right. Best move. Taking the rook was not good because after this, and let's just say this for example, yeah, black just goes on the offensive and you just don't really have anything. Just kind of what I was feeling. So instinct was correct, and then I blundered the next move. Okay, so queen f5 was the move. Okay, that one I did not think. What was the deal after king c7? Bishop check, bishop here. Oh, what? Knight to b5 with the fork? And if they take you, you open up the c5 square for the sneaky... What in the world? If they go back, they get checkmated. Oh, they actually... Oh, look at this, guys. Look at this, look at this. They get checkmated with a bishop. The bishop. What? Oh, my goodness. All right, so they would have to go here, which allows you to take this, and then you can go check. And if they go here, you castle and win. So they have to go back to d7, and it's a draw. The game is a draw. Perpetual check. Wow. Wow. That's the stockfish line. Knight to b5. You know what? I'll tell you exactly what I thought. I thought queen f5, and then I thought they go here, and I thought check, and I thought this, and I said, yep, I'm done. I have nothing. Never even crossed my mind. Wow. Because if you don't have knight b5, you have nothing, which is what I thought. Wow. So I played a blunder, bishop f4. My opponent played a good move. Then they played a not so great move. They should have just went queen g7. Okay. e5 was not the way. I was supposed to take this? And then do what? Oh. Fork. And if the knight takes... Oh, the queen is hanging. I see. Okay, great. So, yeah. But after e5, we had this tricky move. This was such a complicated position. There's so many lines here that I'm skipping over. Check. Yeah, only move for black was king d8, like I said. Only move. So here's the problem, guys. Here's the problem. If you go here or here, like we saw in the game, you walk into the pin from this. The bishop gets pinned, right? Like in the game. And your queen is just free. So that's why you can't go here or here. You obviously can't go here because of the knight. And if you go here or here, you're stepping into a pin this way. And I can just bring a rook over or something, which causes some big problems. I guess you still do get this, but I'm winning a piece back, and it's not that simple. The king is still kind of in trouble. Although this was actually still winning for black. Yeah. So king d8 avoids all the traps. You stay off the diagonal. You stay off the file. And I think I was going to take this in the game and allow him to take here if he really wanted to, because now at least I get, you know, 2 pawns for my piece, and hopefully I can use those. And if he was going to do this, I was just going to start looking for something. Yeah, but there's nothing here, really. There's just nothing here. Yeah, black would have won if they found that. Okay, and then, of course, we stalemated because I didn't move fast enough. It's actually not that simple because, especially with this king here, you know what I should have done? This would have been the smart thing. I should have used my queen and king and just forced his king like off to some section of the board away from here, because that's where I needed to put my pieces. I should have forced him like over here or something, you know, just away. That was my mistake. I just let him sit here on the first rank. That was bad. That was so bad. No wonder I couldn't do it. Right? You can't do it if the king is sitting where you have to put the pieces. I needed to force that away. Okay. Maybe we'll get it next time. G3. Okay. Guess we'll just go D5. Get my knight out. Let's just go with the... Let's go with the Kali setup here, actually. Whoa. We're going to go knight D7, castle. Rook E8, E5. Okay, we get control of this square here. Let's castle. I'm not really concerned with this. Take back with the e-pawn because we want to let the bishop out. Let's get the rook in the center. That seems weird. Maybe he wants to jump in here. So I should maybe move my knight to let the bishop control that. Queen D3 still wants to go there. I think he still wants to go there. Okay. Can I do this? Takes, takes, bishop takes. No. I mean, I can play G6, but then you create all these weaknesses. I really don't want to play G6. So, what do I do instead? Maybe I move my knight and then drop the bishop back. Because the bishop sitting on F8 will kind of control all those squares from the knight. So, I think that's a reasonable plan. Of course, they could take, but then I recapture and I have bishop coming out. I'm happy with that. So, knight F5, bishop here. I guess it doesn't make sense to trade and... No, I don't really have a follow-up move. No, so yeah, knight F5, bishop F8. That's the plan. Okay, let's drop back. Forget 2300 and go for reset mate. That's actually a good idea. All right, bishop G5 pins my knight. That's kind of annoying. I can just attack it. I will. I'll just attack it and recapture. I don't think there's any tactics because my bishop is controlling everything, so should be good to go here. You can't keep the pin. Yeah, you have to go all the way back. Okay. Let's say I go knight e4. Knight takes, bishop takes. Ooh. Ooh, if you take with the bishop, I'm happy. Ooh, I think that's a good move. I think that's a very good move. This is the interference, right? We're interfering with the queen. Interfering with the queen's ability to defend the knight. So white has a major problem now. Where's that knight going to go? No, 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 no. Here? Seems like a weird square. Maybe they have to. Then we can get the bishop pair if we want it. Yeah, they do. Okay, we can get the bishop pair if we want it. I think I do want it. The other thing I could do would be to play f5. Huh. f5. The idea is I'm going to go f4, jump my knight in, and white's in trouble. So f5. There's f4. That's an interesting position. Is that better than this? That's what I'm not sure about. Or I could do both. I could take that and then go f5, but then f4 again. Very interesting. How bad do I want the bishop pair? See, here's the thing. It's not an open position. Bishops are better in an open position. This, not open. So that's why I'm not sure how good that is. This knight is so awkward, though, that I really want to play f5. Because normally, like, let's say f5, f4. Normally, there's a knight here, which is going to jump in. Going to be super annoying. The knight can't get there. You can't go there. You can't go there. I guess you could do 1, 2, 3, 4. But that's a lot of moves. That's an awful lot of moves. I'm going to do f5. Interesting thing about the bishops is because they're long-range pieces, even though they haven't really moved from the starting squares. I mean, this one did move and came back, but they still control a lot of the board, right? Which is kind of nice. This knight is a monster. This knight is a monster. It's a lot better than than white's knight on e3. So, oh, they take. Ooh, okay. Well, now I was going to say this way, but actually this is not totally out of the question either. If the queen goes there, you have bishop e6, maybe. No, this has got to be the way, right? Opening up the f-file. I want to attack in this direction, so in the direction of the pawn chain. Okay. What's the situation here? I feel like it's going to be useful to get my king probably here, maybe here, away from this. The issue is here it's nice because it defends the knight, which might be useful in some cases. It's not nice because if the knight ends up moving around and getting traded, then my king is exposed. I would rather have it here. Let's go h8. Okay, so I like my pawn structure. I like the pawn chain. We have a lot of space over here to work with. I think we need to attack on the king side. That's the general principle. Attack in the direction of your pawn chain, right? So, and white's pieces are awkward. Like the knight is just so weird here. It's just a weird square for the knight. It doesn't belong there. You can see it can't really move anywhere. I think white's going to be moving that very soon. I really think they are. Maybe not, but it's blocking the bishop and stuff. So how do I attack? I mean, like, is this really a plan to open up something? Or maybe putting the bishop here for, ooh, f4. Whoa. Whoa, white is getting desperate here. Okay. I mean, it seems reasonable, I guess. Makes it a little bit harder to attack, I think, the pawn up there. All right, we have the en passant. Question is, do I want to do that or not? Looks like it just kind of frees up the position for white, honestly. I don't think I want to do that. Like it just makes their life easier. So, what do I do instead? Queen f6 hits the pawn. He's just going to defend it somehow. h5, h4 now looks more intriguing. Am I worried about this? Probably just move. Not a big deal. Okay, so yeah, queen f6 seems h5 maybe, h4. Let's say h5, f5. What happens? What do I do? Knight has to move back. It's a little bit awkward, actually. That is awkward. Maybe I go queen f6 now while I can. All right, let's go queen f6. I don't want this pawn like pushing to f6 and busting things open on my king, so I'm going to go ahead and put my queen there for now. Um, yeah, I think, okay, here's what I'm thinking. We reposition this bishop somewhere, maybe d6. We maybe move the king, goes f5. Wait a second. Wait a minute. Can I take this? Can I just take that? If you take my knight, I take your bishop. If you go here, I take your pawn. Okay. If you go bishop here, I take that with check. What else can white do? Because what I really want this pawn gone is so my knight can jump in. Knight c2, we take. That should be fine. Looks like I can get away with this, guys. It looks like I can because of this attack here. Rook d1, I'll move my knight to e5. Bishop c1 to attack me. I'll just go back here. Hmm. Okay. Have to do this. My brain was doing some weird things where I was like calculating what happens if the queen moves here. Am I getting like back rank checkmated? And I was planning on like going bishop e6 to let the rook defend. And then I realized, wait a second, I don't have to worry about that. So, okay, he goes for that. I think we just grab a pawn. Okay, and I think we just run over here. Because I want to get rid of this annoying pawn. Of course, if the rooks double up, we will have to pause and deal with that, but we actually have a couple ways. We could just move the bishop, or we could move this bishop. And then it's defended by the other rook. Both seem reasonable. Actually, bishop c5 is a nice diagonal, now that I'm looking at that. Okay, so rook f1, I probably will go bishop c5. Put the pressure here. Although we could save that for later. And just develop... Oh, but if I develop this, then I have to worry about this. Yeah. Okay, so let's go bishop c5. Although, bishop c5, we have to be careful. No, we don't. No, we don't, because when we take, it's pinning this guy. So that actually is a big threat. Okay, so let's go bishop c5. I have to watch out for the back rank checkmate, though. I got to be very careful. For example, queen here, bishop b6, game over, checkmate. That's what we need to avoid. But queen c3 walks into d4. It's a fork with the queen defending here. So that's not a good move for white. But those are the kind of things. Queen c2. Ooh. Ooh. Speaking of which... Oh. Yeah, that was smart. That was smart. I'll give him that. I'll give him that. That was... But it's not that simple because I still have this. Even though I lost the pawn, which is not what I wanted to do, I still have a nice attack, I think. That was such a good move, though. That was such a good move. Okay, but they have to move the queen again. Where do they move it to? Let's say here. I might just trade and take this annoying pawn. No, but then our bishop's under attack. Okay, I might just trade and move back here. Move here. Exactly what they do. I could just trade everything, then take the pawn. We have 3, 6 against 4. That should be winning. It should be winning. Let's go. There's no checkmate because I have 2 rooks now. So there's no checkmate. And now my king is safe. Okay, and we have this guy. We defend. Probably going to go here. I think I could go rook f7, though. Yeah, that's a bit annoying. Oh, why did I do that? I'm just giving this pawn. Why did I do that? I don't know why I did that. That was not a good move. Shouldn't have played that. Man. It was not smart. I have to try to I have to try to push this pawn, I think. Otherwise we're going to lose here. So I'm going to try to do this. White's probably going to invade. I don't know what's happening here. Because if they take here, I'll probably have to sack. 2 rooks against the queen with the pawn. Maybe it's good enough, but I need to push it. I needed to get further down the board. Let's go rook d3. Push, push, push. I'm expecting they try to, like, snag a pawn or maybe go here. What if they go here, rook d3, queen takes... This is getting wild. I think I have to go for it. I think it's my best chance. Queen takes here. Then they're really threatening to just take here, but I am going to have some threats of my own. Okay. Oh, they want to go here and checkmate me? Oh, interesting. So we wouldn't be able to take the queen. Okay, we can't take the queen, but what we can do is just move here. That's what we can do. Now our king can run away. And we have some serious threats of our own. Ooh, we have some serious threats of our own. E3 check. Maybe this rook? I don't see how they're going to stop that. All right, what's the guess? What's this person's rating? I think they're pretty good. I'm going to say like 2250. Maybe 2290. Maybe 2290. 2292. They had some sneaky moves. Oh, 2150. Oh, okay. Wow. think they played pretty good. Played pretty well for 2150. Yeah. Very tricky game. Very tricky game. Yeah, this was the best move, going for this. The only thing I probably did wrong was play d4 here. I just missed that. Yeah, Stockfish says... Oh, actually, it's not that bad. It says it's not that bad. Interesting. Best move was just a trade. Trade here. Wait. Oh, yeah, because it's pinned, so they can't checkmate me. And then just develop this bishop. And now I'm in good shape. I'm going to take this next move. And look at this. This pawn chain is amazing. Queen takes d4, though, was such a sneaky move. Of course, I can't take it, guys, right? That would be a sad way to end the night. I wonder if they would have played... Yeah, that was a bad idea. So bad. I should... Yeah, b6. Just save the pawn. I'm in good shape. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, I wonder what happens if they would have taken this. Because now this is much more serious. Because you're even threatening, like, check and then take here with check. I don't know what I was going to do. I think I probably would have pushed this. And then if they would have put me in check, I have to go here. Takes. Oh, this is winning for me. Interesting. This is winning because the rooks and the pawn is too powerful. Wow, okay. So what they had to do was go queen f8, threatening checkmate. So now, like, for example, if I go here, that's just checkmate. Okay. So what do I have to play? Rook d2 check. And then they only have one move, king g1. Because if they go to any light squares, my queen jumps all over them in different ways. So they have to go to g1. Oh. Because you can block. I was going to say queen b1 is checkmate, but no, rook f1. You block. This is wild. You just block like this. Whoa, and then I have to go back, and then somehow we end up with a draw? How does this end in a draw? Rook g6, takes, queen f5 check, and it's a perpetual check? Wow. Wow. Did anybody see all of that? Wow. Okay. But they didn't do it. They went for this instead. Which, okay, it would have been nice if I let them checkmate me like this. But, nope, not today. Not today. All right, guys. Don't forget, Breaking 1500 comes out on the 14th. It opens again on the 14th. There's a link in the description. It'll take you to the waiting list for right now. But, yep, that's going to be exciting. There's going to be some private group coaching. And then, of course, just all the videos that are in there. Put a lot of time putting that together. There's some amazing stories of people who've their ratings have just skyrocketed. If you go to the sales page on the 14th, you'll see some of the people's graphs. It's pretty impressive. So excited for that. Thanks everybody. Unfortunately, we didn't get the reset mate tonight. Maybe another time. But thank you guys, and I will see you next time.